Our third team from all the way from Valencia High School, Gabrielle DeCure and Shrika Ande. Please welcome Hoops and Coders.
We started Hoops and Coders because of the lack of female representation in the computer science industry and in professional basketball. We want to reduce this disparity by empowering middle school girls to try these new activities, overcome challenges, build self-confidence, and pursue their passion.
We developed a 57-page workbook detailing the fundamentals of computer science and basketball. This curriculum is a scalable model that proves that anyone, even people without extensive experience, can teach computer science and basketball to youth.
Using these workbooks, our project totaled 50 instructional hours at High Ground and the Boys and Girls Club. We worked with around 45 young women, 96% of them reporting learning valuable skills, and 44% of them expressing interest in pursuing a career in computer science. The workbooks are now available to a community of 7 million educators via Teachers Pay Teachers.
Thank you for your support.
The future of the world as we know it can be a daunting picture to imagine, especially with all the new technology making our lives easier every day.
And the necessity to maintain a healthy lifestyle as our society becomes more and more automated.
That's why it becomes essential for society to focus on encouraging women to become powerful in computer science and to achieve their goals.
As two young women with the passion for computer science to pursue as a career and basketball as a healthy hobby, we look at the future and realize the importance for women influence in the computer science technology industry, as well as the need to teach more children about basketball.
With our initiative, we envision a future where the world of technology is available to all genders and physical activity becomes an essential part of all of our daily lives. Hi, my name is Gabrielle.
And I'm Shrika.
Our project is Hoops and Coders.
One of our main inspirations while developing Hoops and Coders was our grandmothers. My grandma was born in India, where she had limited access to education and barely only studied up until 5th grade, where she was soon married off as a teenager.
My grandmother was born into a family of Mexican migrant workers and was unfortunately discouraged from pursuing her dreams of studying business by her family, peers, teachers, and anyone who is around her. These are experiences that no female should have to endure.
Growing up, we saw fewer and fewer women in our computer science classes each year in high school. And we personally saw this as we walked into a classroom of 30 students and only saw 6 girls. That's when we knew it was time for change.
Only 20% of computer scientists are women, which is unacceptable in a world where technology and innovation are all around us.
Studies show that playing basketball and, pursuing a sport as well as being academically involved reduces physiological stress by 47% and is extremely good for your overall health.
That's why we decided to marry the two through Hoops and Coders.
And Gabby and I are extremely passionate about computer science and basketball as we've been playing the sport since elementary school and studying the subject since 9th grade. Growing up, we saw rarely any female representation in the basketball industry as we personally experienced this going to the 3rd round of our high school season last year and barely seeing any support even at our home game.
Basketball is such a valuable sport for young people because it allows them to develop teamwork skills and leadership opportunities that is valuable in any parts of life. That's why it's so important to encourage young women to try out this sport and to be active in their lives. Our mission is to inspire grade school girls from under-resourced communities to pursue their passion and to learn new things, which will in turn reduce the gender gap in the computer science and basketball industries.
So we developed a Hoops and Coders workbook curriculum, which is a fun and immersive method to teach girls computer science and basketball, which is passed out to you guys right now.
We then implemented this curriculum at Higher Ground in Anaheim and the Boys and Girls Club of Brea, Placentia, and Yorba Linda.
We also published it online, available to other educators.
Let's take a deeper look into the contents of our workbook.
So this includes one of the basketball pages of our workbook where we took the girls out to the outside courts and taught them the core principles of how to play defense.
This next page includes the use of the website code.org to teach the girls the basics of block coding in JavaScript, which was uniquely incorporated into our curriculum for them to utilize.
On the left includes some of the interactive activities we incorporated into our workbook to see what the girls learned and for us to know what we still have to review.
We also made it a point to include plenty of collaborative activities so the girls can work with each other to reflect on what they learned and to become better versions of themselves.
Throughout our camp, we hosted many female guest speakers and played fun activities with the girls so they could relate what they learned at our camp to the real world.
After working incredibly hard to learn the basics of computer science in such a short amount of time, the girls developed their own applications based on their personal interests, which allowed them to express their creativity and have a ton of fun in the process. As far as basketball, they participated in scrimmages and worked with volunteers to show off their new skills.
So here's Suzette. She was one of the girls at our camp, and we noticed that she was very shy at first. As we had guest speakers come by, she gained a lot more confidence and started participating more during group discussions. Inside the workbook includes a paper of an app sheet of some of the apps all the girls accomplished. And this is Suzette's app, So Sick, which is about sewing. And at the end of our camp, when we had a reporter come by, Suzette told us that she really wanted to show the reporter her app. And as she was explaining it, we clearly saw the pride and passion flow through her.
This next video includes some of the words of Suzette and some of the other girls who participated in our program.
Connecting with staff and friends.
Getting to know new things, and now that I know all this stuff, I feel stronger. Yeah!
Very understanding, and if you have questions or like a problem, they can definitely help you with that, and I really like that. My favorite part about the app is just making the app, because I wanted to share my passion for sewing out there, because I'm just really passionate about that, and I know that a lot of people don't know what sewing is and don't know how to like get in there. So I'm like a little stepping stone to get there.
So through our program, we work with over 45 girls, totaling over 50 hours of instruction. 96% of the girls felt they enjoyed the program and learned new things, and 44% of them truly believe that they want to pursue a career in computer science in the future, which is a huge step up from the only 6% in the beginning, and we're so proud of what they have accomplished.
So why does this all matter? Well, women from all backgrounds experience hardships which can affect them disproportionately.
That is why Hoops and Coders aims to not only teach them computer science and basketball, but to teach them skills of mental resilience, perseverance in the face of any difficulty, and healthy habits that will allow them to be successful and meet their full potential later in life. Our community partners include Higher Ground in Anaheim, the Boys and Girls Club, and Girl Scouts of Orange County, and many more. Hoops and Coders has a ton to look forward to in the future. As of now, as we said, our curriculum is available to 7 million educators via Teachers Pay Teachers.
And we also plan to implement our curriculum at other facilities and hosting workshop trainings in person and on Zoom to show other educators how to implement our program at their facilities.
As a Girl Scout, I was able to get in contact with the STEM lead of Girl Scouts of Orange County, who is already working with us to host workshops for the girls in the middle of the school year for Hoops and Coders, as well as a week-long summer camp this coming summer to improve their skills in basketball and computer science.
We also plan to stay in touch with our current community partners and reach out to other organizations. With additional funding, we plan to distribute more workbooks to every girl and as well as buy more computers so that we could work with more organizations that lack the technological supply we need.
We also have plans to translate our workbook into Spanish and possibly other languages to reach more communities, as well as hosting field trip opportunities for the girls so they can get hands-on experiences of computer science and basketball.
We wanted to thank all of our volunteers and guest speakers for coming, providing their time to the girls, acting as amazing role models, and always being available to them.
We'd also like to thank our mentor, Mr. Hazim Ansari, Ms. Sai, Mr. Kim, and the entire Dragon Kim Foundation for the funding, support, guidance, and inspiration they delivered to us that allowed us to execute our program the way that we did.
With Hoops and Coders, we hope that no young woman feels discouraged like our grandmothers did or avoid the computer science or basketball industries.
Instead, we hope to inspire all women to make positive change in all areas where women are underrepresented and to create a future where women feel inclined to share their voice with the world, just like Suzette did.
With your help, we can change the world one girl at a time. Thank you.
Amazing. We're going to have our final questioning from our judges. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. You did an awesome job, and what a great undertaking. I really love the combination of the two. Wonderful work. So I'm curious in terms of putting together your curriculum. This is quite impressive. How long did this take you? And was this at the very beginning, were you thinking about putting together something like this, or did it evolve and you got to this point?
So we actually started this very shortly after we were accepted into the Dragon Kim Foundation, so we've spent many months working on it and developing it, but it wasn't our original plan. We were first just going to go into it like any curriculum, like with slides and with another form of learning, but we really wanted to think in the future about how we can spread this even when we're not around, and by creating a workbook, a physical representation of what we want to pass on to the world, we can really allow other people to utilize the same thing and to make a bigger impact.
And we also thought by having the workbooks and after the camp when the girls can take it home, they can also learn more and use it as well.
Okay, so it has quite a bit of stickiness to it, right? I mean, it can stay on, it can live on. And then I'm curious for both of you, what for each one of you was the biggest aha, the biggest surprise that you really hadn't expected to learn?
Well, one of the things was, so our first program was at Higher Ground, and we actually went there like 2 or 3 times before to collect sign-ups for our camp so that we could be prepared on like the first day and make sure we have like girls to teach. So we got like around 15, I think, and on the first day we see like 3 to 5 girls, and we were like really surprised. So that showed us that we had to like reach out to more people and have a bigger audience as well.
Yeah, it took a lot of mental resilience to keep going. But also, another thing that was really impactful to us is since we were working with some really young girls, and since they were in a lot of under-resourced communities, we had to be understanding of their attention span and the things they're going through at home when we're teaching them. So I think we had to incorporate a lot of love and inclusiveness when we were making this community so that they feel like they're learning, but they also feel like they're appreciated and they're having fun at the same time.
Wonderful. Good lessons.
All right, well, again, super impressed, especially this workbook, and I'll tell you, I've had on my to-do list, learn coding, and all I have to do now is bring this home, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm curious about Teachers Pay Teachers. Tell us more about what that is, and how did you even find that as a resource and partner up with them?
So Teachers Pay Teachers is actually just an online website, and we wanted to make a way for people, like an already made community of educators, to be able to see our workbook, not just like maybe make a website that might be hidden in the depths of the internet. So we wanted to make it available just by search. If anyone searches up computer science or basketball, it will come up immediately. So that's why we decided on Teachers Pay Teachers. We'd seen it at our school as well before, so that's why we wanted to promote it on there.
And we also got the idea, we were in a meeting with our mentor and we were trying to find out how to make our program more scalable, and he had told us like, oh, you could look at more resources, and he recommended Teachers Pay Teachers as well.
Fantastic, thank you.
I just commend you for combining 3 things that all of us love, right? So it was fun because you had a chance to kind of learn something new, and clearly the kids were having a fun time. It was healthy, which is something we all need to focus on, but I think it also just inspired the kids to think about things which they never thought about. For example, the 44% who are now thinking about computer science. It's such an important thing for us at a young age to kind of have a broader horizon. So what's the next horizon for you personally?
Well, both of us are interested in computer science. It's probably our favorite subject at school, and we're working hard to pursue it. So me personally, I'd like to study computer science. I also love genetic biology, so I'd love to combine both of them in sort of data analytics fusion.
Yeah, for me, after going through, like in high school in 9th grade, we took like AP Computer Science Principal courses advancing into 10th grade, and I really like love those classes with the logic and thinking about it, so I want to pursue a career in computer science as well.
So real quick, last question. I'm a basketball junkie. Favorite player?
Probably Kobe Bryant. But.
Good answer.
I think I'd have to go with Michael Jordan.
As a person from Chicago, even better answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to the ladies. Hoops and Coders, everybody. Hoops and Coders.